I would like to ask another question, Dr. Priya, around the fear again. And
Mhm,
my comparison is going to be between the communication and fear.
mhm,
So often, we talked about the identification and navigation of fear so far, but
mhm.
something, that's more important or equally important is acceptance of fear.
Absolutely.
I have observed a lot of scenarios within my friend circle, my family circle, where because I'm afraid of something or because I'm holding on to something from my past experiences, I don't allow the new experiences to, foster. I don't allow
Mm,
those new moments to happen or nurture with me
mm,
because that happened in the past and I'm sure it's going to repeat itself. Now, because of this fear that I'm holding on to, I don't communicate it to my partner or to my friends or whomsoever, the relation I'm sharing. And I would just often burst out like a volcano to safeguard from showing that emotion or showing that fear. And it just sort of disrupts those relations and probably which could have been easily managed through a very subtle communication that I'm fearful of this or I have this experience in the past.
mm,
We just destroy things that have been endowed on us.
mm. Yeah, are you talking about performance pressure?
Not performance pressure, but often, in a husband-wife relationship or
Mm,
parent-child relationship, every relationship I have observed so far, I've seen this
mm,
because somebody fears something.
mm,
They don't communicate that fear, and then instead of guiding that communication from their point of
mm,
experience
mm,
to the possibilities of different scenarios and explaining
mm,
or guiding that individual to that stage,
mm.
they would just shut it down. They would just, completely switch it off.
Yeah, because they are not in acceptance, because they don't want to accept that, okay, this has been done. I have got this lesson. Now let me guide the other person. What happened in Nana Patekar case? General movies, let's talk about it. We've always seen Nana Patekar in very aggressive mode. In every movie, he's doing like that. Why does he do that? Why does it? Because he's holding on so much emotions, so much suppression. And again, fear, if I will, the moment when I will realize that I am powerless, what will happen? People don't want to face that. When somebody enters into spirituality, we allow them or we enable them to feel what they are feeling, because we as a mentor are there to hold their hands at the moment. People need right mentorship, Pulkit,
That's important.
because learning a course from Udemy, learning a course from here and there, just reading a book, I am sure that that helps. But for natural healing to take place, and while that process, people need guru, people need someone who have been through this. So I would suggest that accept the life that has been already gone, learn from the lessons, that all the mistakes that has happened up till yet, I am ready to accept it, and I'm ready to learn the lesson. Otherwise there will be a pattern evolving, revolving again and again and again and again into life. You will see that pattern in your child. You will see that pattern in their child, because the soul has not got the solution. So acceptance take time, realization take time, Pulkit, but it does happen. With the right mentorship, people can change their life completely. I've started with, from past 3 years, I'm giving intensive healing sessions to people. Today only I was explaining this to one of my clients, that a women take 9 months to give birth to a child,
Yeah.
and I take 9 months to give you a transformation. So I'm your new mother now. So intensive healing work intensively on every area of your life, whether it is money, whether it is self-esteem, whether it is worthiness, whether it is love, whether it is communication, whether it is vision, whether it is enabling the power. It is a beautiful experience. I'm sure I would love to do one of the session with you.
Surely, surely.
And I will let this fear out from you forever and ever.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Coming on to the acceptance part of it, another reason for not being acceptance is the fear of being unaware.
Unawareness, yes.
So,
People are in slumber right now, Pulkit.
yeah,
People are in slumber. They are looking for light from someone else. They are not believing that they hold. We are just the light bearer, because we are just the light bearer. You have the light that you have to awaken. People need to listen to this podcast carefully, because I'm sure that listening to this podcast will, bring that light in them. That yes, we can be like Priya. Who is Priya Kaul? A normal human being. Now she's teaching so many people. Why can't I have seen celebrities saying that we want to become like you, Priya, and they are doing wonders right now, and I'm happy. So when they can, why can't you? When I can, why can't you?
Yes,
It
yes.
says that we need the right mentorship. We need the right guidance.
That's so true. That's so true. I've recently started, I was watching a lot of movies. For me, biopic movies are one of my go-to sources of inspiration and
Very
motivation
good.
often. And after watching 7 or 8 movies, I realized, that it's the coach that gets the player ready. As much as the Indian team is, appreciated, Rahul Dravid needs to be appreciated for that World Cup win as well.
Mhm.
Similarly, goes for Neeraj Chopra or any star, sports person we see out there. But
Absolutely.
when it comes to our own individual lives, be it
Mm.
being in a job, being a
Mm.
business owner, or being an individual itself, we don't
Mm.
seek guidance. We think that, we know
Mm.
everything.
Yeah.
So while we are the universe, but if you can just, shed some light on this.
I'll tell you, Pulkit, because it's not our fault. We have been, I told you, ना, हम लोगों को shape ही उस तरीके से दिया गया that you are self-sufficient. You don't need anyone. But बच्चों को पढ़ाने के लिए तो स्कूल भेजते हो. क्यों? If they are self-sufficient. So, as I said that my daughter, she is preparing for her NEET examinations. She has her personal coach. Besides the tuition, the education coach, she has her personal mental coach, which is guiding her, which is daily connecting with her, which is motivating her, which is giving that strength that no matter what are you scoring, you need to be the best and you are doing the best. So regular motivation is important.
Yep.
And that will only induce power in you. If we would have been, if मैं तो ये चाहती हूँ हर स्कूल के अंदर mentorship program होने चाहिए, starting from class A, the junior level. Because agar, from the starting itself they've got the power and they're believing in themselves rather than believing in others. Just imagine how their future will be.
That's true.
So I would request from your podcast, any of the member who's listening to this, please help our education system to become like this, that enables to educate, small children, that you can be the best. I know one school in Bombay. There is one school in Bombay which is not at all focusing on education, the literal education. I am just skipping the name of that school. I don't remember right now, but they are educating, kids in believing themselves. The soil, they're touching soil. They're growing plants. They are making food. Small gasless.
Yeah.
They're making greeting cards. They are doing mandala art. They are more focusing on it. They are donating food to other people. They are playing with animals. So educating and bringing light as a human. Why did I mention about it? Because again, education system.
Yeah.
If our education system would just slightly, if it gets corrected, I'm sure we can see that no fear, no anxiety, nothing, no depression, nothing will be there. It was only episode that was coming, serial on coming on the TV. I saw an episode 2 that is about the Gurukul,
Hmm.
where Rama, Lakshman, and all the students are sitting, and the guru is teaching them about the chakras and how to activate it and how to do the astral projection and this and that. I was like, wondering, I was like, oh my God, this was the education system that we had earlier. And look at now what we are doing: A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, N, O, P, and whole life fight, a whole life running like a rat. We need to score 100 out of 100, 100 out of. So from where we started, we are ending also on the same topic, that race. So again, it is awareness. I want that world should raise from this slumber. People should understand that they have the light, they have the power, and they can become whatever they want just by trusting their instincts, just by understanding that we all are human and we all have supernatural powers.
I believe you were referring to the Montessori school education system out there. My niece
Mm.
also, sort of gotten her education through that system. And whenever
Mhm.
I'm often talking to her, like if I compare with my school days, If
Uh-huh.
somebody used to, my parents used to say, Pulkit, you don't have to go to school tomorrow. I was the happiest kid on earth. I don't have to go to school
Absolutely.
tomorrow. But today, if I ask her, you don't need to go to school tomorrow. She's like, no, no, I have to go. I have to go. My Didi would be waiting
Yeah.
tomorrow. We have these
Yes.
activities planned. I've seen that
See.
shift happening because, like, when she was 5 years or 4 years old, 6 years old, it's
Mm.
now after she has entered class fourth or fifth that the regular standard education system has
Yes.
exposed to her, where you
Yeah.
have exams and marks, all those coming in. Even in her
Mm.
school, if races were being organized, there was
Mm.
no first, second, and third. Every kid was a winner.
Yes. I'm sorry, Pulkit, and that reminds me a very good laughter for your audience. One day, my elder one, she was in class fifth, and she came up to me and said, "Mama, I won the second position today." I was like, "Wonderful, wonderful." How many kids were running? Only two.
The education system, and I totally agree where you're coming from. The perception matters a lot. Saying this that I came second instead of saying that I didn't win or I came last, that's a
Mm.
major shift that's required. And with no political biases over here, but I have seen a lot of upgradation happenings in the MCD schools as well. I
Mhm.
have been often invited over there as an entrepreneurship coach or, to deliver talks. And
Yeah.
I was surprised to see a ninth class student getting up and saying, Sir, I want to start a manga comic book, of my own. How can I do that?
Wow.
Or
Amazing.
I want to start my own business in jewelry design.
See.
I'm like, this school, a decade back, nobody wanted to enter and keep, a foot.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
today, kids are talking about this. It's a complete shift that's happening.
Absolutely. And I must praise our government, Delhi government, especially in that case. I've been associated with them since 4 years now. I've been going to Delhi schools. I've been visiting ninth, 10th, 11th, 12th classes, giving them the, motivation for business mind and this and that. I have seen there was a time when people used to say that, oh, government school. And now people are taking their student out from the regular school and,
Yep,
taking admissions in government schools. So such a beautiful thing that Mr. Arvind Kejriwal have done for humanity.
that's
I will not talk politics here, but I really appreciate the way he has done. His vision is very beautiful.
Dr. Priya, we are almost towards the end of our podcast, but last 10 minutes, I would like to take for understanding the different modalities that you deal in, spreading
Mhm.
awareness and making our listeners understand what they are, look at different negative notions that have been in the society around all the modalities that you cover. So,
Mhm.
if you want to start with the Reiki healing, you
Mhm.
talked about that it's a natural source of light of the universe. If you can
Yeah.
elaborate on it and how does it really impact?
It impacts tremendously. Reiki, as I said, that the purest, whitest light of the universe that enters into your body and heal you completely. It has nothing to do with, I will attract this, I will attract that. No, no, no attraction. It is for you, for your whole completeness. Then I also teach compassion healing, that is Karuna healing, where you enable your heart. Because as I said, that we have five senses, and any of the sense could be dominant for you. In my case, it's my heart. I connect with people from my heart. I don't judge people. Why, when, how. It's just that if I am happy, you are happy, and we are together. That's it. So that compassionate healing. Then we do Mother Kuan Yin. Are you aware of Mother Kuan Yin?
No, I'm hearing for the first time.
So maybe next time we'll talk about it. Huh? So then, Mother Kuan Yin healing I do. So I'm into healings. I'm into predictions. I'm
Hmm.
into manifestation. So people come up to me say that we've been trying to conceive, we've been trying to get married, we've been trying to get this job. Can you help us with any kind of manifestation rituals? So I guide them and I do them for them also, and then they attract what they are looking for. Because again, I raise their vibration in such a way during the sessions that they, after the guidance that whatever I give to them, they attract things that they are looking for, be it child, be it naukri, be it chokri, be it whatever. So these are the things that I work. And again, I did my PhD in tarot science, which enables me to have a different side of tarot. It is not about pulling up a card and giving you guidance. It is more about your spiritual growth when I do the tarot sessions. It is more enlightening. It gives you vision for the next 5 months that, okay, this is my guide and this is how I need to work ahead, and this is now how I do. Then for the logical people who don't trust in healings and everything, then I cater them with NLP and hypnotherapy. I do NLP that's more technical and more practical approach of bringing balance into your
Yeah.
mind. And with the help of hypnosis, I also connect people through their loved one who are no more there. I also take them to the past life whenever they want. I also let them know their future life through the process which is called future life progression, and astral travel, out of body experiences. So there are a lot of things. I'm versatile, to be honest, Pulkit. You
Wow.
name it, and I know it.
Surely, I'm gonna ask questions on two or three of those. So tarot card reading
Yeah.
is something that is aligned with predictions, if I'm not wrong.
Hmm. You're
And
right.
again, a lot of people have their skepticism around this.
Hmm.
Again, as you just said, it's they only just see that pulling out a card. Uh,
Yeah.
I'm myself a firm believer of energy healing.
Hmm.
And as far as I understand tarot, it's all about the energies, the connection that's happening through our energies and what's there. What's the science behind tarot reading? That's my first question. And
Hmm.
I will ask the second follow-up after that.
Okay. So the science behind tarot is not only what we have seen up till yet. Like if there is a lady, it means this. If there's a dog, it means this. No, it is not only about that. It is more about connecting with your higher self through the cards, asking for the guidance from your higher self, bringing that energy back into your life, and then giving you out the solution. It is very intense. So, generally, my session, I don't do one card pulling, three card pulling. I don't do this. I don't believe in this.
Mhm.
I always do a 60-minute, at least a 60-minute session. No matter if you only have one question, but that one question will change your life entirely. I have seen people trusting so much on me, touch wood, by the grace of God. If I say that, movement for you right now will not be good, please don't do that. And they will never do that. No matter they were getting a visa, they were getting the air tickets, they were 100% shifting from the one place to another country, they will not do it. And recently, only one family did asked for a tarot session, and I did. They are my client from Canada, and I warned the lady that see your husband will not be happy there. He will lose his job. So it is better you stay there. You come do you do travel, come to India, let you settle there. It's good for you, but for your husband, it's not good. But she said, no, I want him. I want. I said, that's your wish, because again, I can't enter your free will and do this. And yesterday only, I got a message that his husband is looking for a job from past 3 months, and he's under depression. So see, people who obey, if they are looking for tarot session, they should be open to listen the answers. Because at me, I will never ever give you guidance just to pacify you. I will give you warnings. I will give you guidance. Because at that moment, I am not Priya. I'm your guide sitting and connecting with your higher self and then guiding you. Because you cannot connect with your higher self because of your own lower energies. Once you start shifting, once you start raising your vibrations, it is so easy to connect with your higher self. It is so easy to connect with your angels. I do angel therapy as well. I teach people how to connect with angels. It is such a beautiful modality. So again, your higher self is here and you are here. It's just a connection. But because of your lower vibrations, you are not able to do that. So if you learn any of the modality, eventually that will help you to raise your vibrations, bring light, and you will again become the pyara bacha of the universe. That's it.
That's so true. So my follow-up question on this, Dr. Priya, was I've seen, I follow a lot of tarot readers on Instagram and three or four of them very actively. And I've seen
Mhm.
one of the tarot readers using a different set of cards every time.
Mhm.
Now, what's the science behind it using different sets? And I'm not able to recall the terminologies or the nomenclature she often uses. Uh, but yeah, it's a different set of cards, and she's like, okay, I bought this new set of cards today. I'm going to be doing reading using this. So,
Yeah.
what's the science behind it?
Okay. So there are thousands of decks available. Okay, thousand, maybe more than that. Some for love, some for guidance, some for just predictions, some for connecting with your higher realities. there are different sort of energies available. So let's understand it. There are different type of energies available. Today, if I'm feeling happy and I just need which of my element is active right now, I will open the elemental card deck. And tomorrow, if I need guidance in my life, then I will open angels card deck. And day after tomorrow, if I feel that I need prediction in such situation, then I will open Zen or Osho or maybe Tarot. So we all, as an energy healer or maybe as a tarot card reader, we have to have, because see, that is one of our tool. It is our tool. We have so many tools. So cards are one of our tool which enables us to get connected with the source. So even I have around 500 decks collection.
Wow.
And it is so lovely. It is so okay. If tomorrow I'll go to Amazon, if I'll find something good, I will order it and buy it. Because again, that helps us to go beyond our possibilities. Because cards are not designed, these are not playing cards, which is just designed like that.
Mhm, mhm.
The kind of energies they hold, that matters. That matters.
Wow. Wow. Uh, I guess that has so far quenched my curiosity for today. And I'm really thankful, Dr. Priya, for coming on the podcast and sharing
My
so much
pleasure.
education and information for our listeners.
My pleasure. It's always my pleasure, Pulkit. And I'm sure that your audience would little bit learn something from this. I wish that should happen. All the best for the future, Pulkit.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. And I'm sure the listeners are gonna be, gaining a lot of information and knowledge from this. Um, Listeners, stay tuned, and we have got many more episodes coming up. So if you have any questions for Dr. Priya, you can put it in the comment box or reach out to her or us over the DM. We will be sharing her, contact details in the description as well of each episode. So thanks for Dr. Priya, and to all the listeners, we are listening, and thank you.